because the strike is quite important, and if you get it slightly wrong, it shows it up in the bunkers, as opposed to the fairway rough, you get away with it. The most important thing is you keep your levels. So if you have a naturally good swing, you probably feel fine in bunkers. But if you've got a little bit of an inconsistent, or your shift and you lose your angles and you tilt a little bit, then you're going to struggle more. So for me, the biggest area is once you get set up, grip down the grip a little bit, maybe an inch further down, which obviously then brings the club a little bit higher off the ground, because that'll just enable you to hit the ball first a little bit better. And obviously if you dig your feet in a little bit to get a nice solid base, you grip down it, then you've matched your levels to the bunker, so it should make it a little bit easier to then just swing and not think about it. So for me, the setup, grip that get a nice stable setup with the feet in the ground, grip down the grip a little bit, and then really just think about a nice smooth swing. You don't have to hit it, club up a little bit, so you hit maybe an extra club or half a club, so you don't have to feel like you're hitting it hard, and then just swing. And really it's that simple. It just takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of confidence really, but a lot of clubs, especially in England, don't really have anywhere to practice it. So instead, when you do go out and play 9 holes or after work or whatever, just throw a few bunkers in there and throw a few balls in the bunker and give it a go, because then you get a little bit of practice, you'll actually have a bit of confidence. But it's one of those things that we don't like to practice because it's quite tricky, so stay away from it. So I'll just try and hit a few. Try and get a decent lie as well, always helps. That's the secret, yeah. Tell everyone to look away. So I'm going to just get a nice solid base. I get a little bit wider than I would normally, just feeling nice and solid. Grip down it, and then just nice and smooth. So I'll try another one, get a decent lie. The other thing as well is that the lie is hugely important. So you've got to manage your expectations. If you come in and you've got a lie like that, then great, you can hit whatever shot you want. But a lot of the time, especially when it's fluffy or it's a little bit wet like this, it can roll in and just sit down in between the ruts, or it's been poorly raked. Well, if you've got a lie like that, nearly a quarter of the ball is below the sand, so you're not going to be able to get full distance, and you've got to accept that. That's where you might just grip down the shaft a little bit further, just so you're going to try to miss that sand and almost hit halfway up the ball, but you're going to know that it's going to come out lower and go and chase further as opposed to flying. So if you've got any hazards to carry or anything, you're going to have to lay up. But that's, you're going to just, like I said, manage your expectations and figure out what's actually possible from that lie. If you do get a lie like that, it's really hard to just lay up because you don't want to. So, like I say, grip down the club a little bit more. Everything else is the same. And then you're going to try to just hit it literally halfway up the ball. It wasn't the best of effort, but it's done all right. If there's nothing in the way, it's going to get out there. Not bad. Actually, carry on hitting. The one thing I didn't say, which is probably quite important, ball position. Because you're trying to hit the ball first, our tendency is to put the ball back in the stance. That's probably not the best idea, because it means you're probably going to tilt and come out of the shot, because you very rarely drive down into it when you do that. It's about playing around with it. Some people, depending on the swing and what shape of swing you have, moving the ball back a little bit will help, but really this is where a bit of practice and figuring out what works best for you is important. Really just keep the ball up in the first part of your stance, which should enable you to clip the ball off the sand a little bit easier. But it's depending on the arc of your swing, so it takes a little bit of practice to figure out where you get the best results. So like I say, when you get 9 holes, just throw a few balls in and see what works best for you. That's pretty good.